Hi Sumit, if you like to learn how to make this type of Bolero jacket, then this video is for you. Watch till the end. My name is Veronica Adams Eze. Welcome to Vera Adams YouTube channel. Without wasting time, let's get right into it. So right here, I already drafted out a basic bodice. If you don't know how to do this, I'm going to drop a link in the description box. A previous video I made on how to draft a basic bodice. Actually, the Bolero jacket is usually worn on a strapless dress or a tube dress as you may call it, or on a tiny sleeve dress. The neckline measurement that I used here is 3 by 3 inches. I'll go ahead and cut the back pattern as well. But before I do that, I'm going to label this as the front bodice. So right here, I brought in the back pattern. And the difference between the front and the back pattern here is just the armhole curve that we have for the front bodies, and of course the neck depth for the back bodies is just 1 inch as opposed to the one for the front that is 3 inches. For the eye neck effect, I'm going to go ahead to bring in a fresh paper. Yes, and I'm going to place the back bodies right on top, just the way you see me doing right here. At this point, I'm going to go ahead to make an extension. I'm going to be making an extension of 2.5 inches right from that neck width upwards, just the way you see me doing right here. I'll then go ahead to draw a straight line with the help of my ruler. At this point, I realized that the paper was shifting. Actually, I was supposed to tape it down before doing this, so that is what I went ahead to do. Moving on, I'm going ahead to connect the extension to the center front. At this point, I'll try to curve it inwards because the neck region is actually not straight, so we do not want any form of pointiness. So that's why I'm trying to blend it in. I'll then go ahead to cut this out. Bolero jacket is also commonly used on wedding dresses for brides that do not want to expose too much. At this point, we are done with the back bodice and we'll move on to the front bodice. So here we have the front bodice, and we're also going to bring in a fresh paper to also create an extension. So I'm going ahead to use paper tape so that the paper doesn't shift. So I'm going ahead right now to extend the neckline for the front bodice. Note that the extension for the back bodice is quite different from that of the front. To ensure that both the front and the back bodies align, I'm going to go ahead and bring in the back and then take the measurement just the way I'm doing. So after taking the measurement, I arrived at 7.5 inches. Please take note that I started taking the measurement from the extension down towards the end of the shoulder measurement. The 7.5 inches gotten from the back measurement, I'm also going to take that same measurement on the front body, starting from the end of the shoulder line. Once I've gotten this, I'm going to go ahead to connect it to the actual neckline depth. Moving on, I'm going to go ahead to create the Bolero effect, that is the curvy effect along the bodies, just the way you see me do right here. And of course, I'm going to go ahead to bring in my marker pen so that this curve becomes more visible. If this is your first time on this channel, I want to say welcome and thank you for watching this video. Do well to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you found this video useful. I'm going to go ahead to start cutting out from the 7.5 inches that I marked earlier. Then cut through to the end of the side just the way I'm doing right here. Once I'm done cutting it out, I'm going to go ahead to place this on a fabric and cut it out. The fabric I'll be using here is an Ashoke fabric. At this point, I'm done cutting it out on the fabric. Here's the back bodice, so it is exactly as the pattern paper for the back. At this point, I've attached one side of the front bodice to the back bodice with pins. Now I'm going to go ahead to attach the other side of the front bodice to the back bodice, just like so. So I'm placing right side facing right side, although there's no right side or wrong side for ashoke. So I'm going to be connecting together just the way you see me doing. So when you get to that curved part that we made on the back, make sure you follow that curviness. So I'll go ahead to use pins to hold this part down, starting from this end. Since I'm not making this for anyone, I'm not going to be making use of lining. But if you want to make this for yourself or for someone, you should actually use a lining. You should also use an interfacing for the extensions as well. At this point, I've gone ahead to sew the sides and also the shoulder line. I'll be bringing this closer to the camera so that we can get a closer view of this. You can see where it curved inwards, and I'm also going to be showing you the other side as well. At this point, you can actually bring in your sleeves and attach it to the bodies. That is after you have turned in the necessary parts. So at this point, we have come to the end of the Bolero jacket tutorial, and this is the Bolero jacket on Atinuke. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, click on the like button and subscribe if you haven't. Feel free to drop any question you may have in the comment section. I'll respond to you. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.